Alright, hello everyone and welcome to the last Shadow Lair. We're finally doing Red Roarmulus twins. The computer's good enough to actually handle not only the run, but the run while recording with 4 pulsars. This is the laggiest run in the game and it's probably going to be a sight to behold. Is this an effective loadout? No, not at all, but we're gonna do it anyways and see how things go. Now Red Roarmulus twins is probably the second most difficult Shadow Lair. It's maybe the most. It's either RRT or Darkfire Vanaduke, but I think Darkfire is a little bit trickier. That said, I've played Darkfire a lot more than I've actually played Red Roarmulus twins, so it might be harder for me just because I'm not practiced with it. I'm going to be using the Black Cat set with an Owlite shield. The Owlite has perfect status resist for this stage. It's got both shock and fire, which is great. And then there's these. Oh boy. Now the Polaris and the Supernova have actual UVs of attack speed medium, which is good, but unfortunately the Wildfire and Permafroster don't, so instead of using movement speed sprite perk I have to use attack speed, which is a bit of a pain. Using the Shadow Harness because it's constructs, gremlins, and slimes, and maybe I'll use a sprite ability, I'm not really sure. Now the other big challenge with the run is that obviously I don't walk around with 4 pulsars normally, so it's going to take some getting used to. The biggest thing is knowing where to swap, because my control scheme only allows me to swap up and down. So if I'm on, for example, if I'm on the Polaris, it's 2 away from the Permafroster, so I can't immediately switch to it. Very important to keep track of for me. But let's just get into this and we'll see how it goes. Now, as I've said, I haven't played this run in quite some time, actually. It really has been a long time. Usually when I do Shadow Lairs, it's either Darkfire or Ice Queen, because Darkfire... well, it's Darkfire, you know. If you're doing it with a party, you probably do Darkfire. And Ice Queen's just... it's fast, and it's fun. It's kind of nice solo, especially. I'm going to really have to pay attention for this one because, holy cow, I'm really unfamiliar with the layout. Obviously there is a rocket pop up there. I think I can shield the first one and then cancel its attacks from then. Yes, okay. Oh wow, I didn't even have to shield the rocket. Maybe this one I'll have to though. No, okay, great. Oh no, I did. And a Vitapod already, which is really lucky. The Vitas are super important for Shadow Lair runs. They are... probably shouldn't say it, but they're vital. We got the last pill needed as well. I didn't pick up enough on the way here. I don't remember the difference between left and right in this particular stage, so we're just gonna go left and see how it goes. Oh, gosh. Now the big thing about Red Roarmulus twins, most of the Shadow Lairs have their own sort of theme. For the Jelly King, for example, it is arenas. It has some really sprawled out arenas with a ton of different enemies and different routes you can take throughout the arena. This is the complete opposite, where you have a bunch of tightly packed spaces and just a lot of constantly respawning enemies within them, so it's the big reason it's tricky is because you just don't have as much room to maneuver. Gonna intentionally tank that just so I can get through a little bit faster. Should be fine. Alright. Oh, I actually have to hit that switch. There we go. I'm not sure what the end of these rockets' paths are. Usually the rocket paths do not end on a wall. These ones it actually seems like they do, which is nice, I guess. Alright. Making pretty good pace so far. Oh crap, I remember this. So, Quicksilver spawn at the top, Oilers spawn at the bottom. I think the first wave of enemies starts spawning on the right side. So what I'm going to do... yes, that's a good plan. So I'll take them onto the left. I know there's also barricades that spawn, so if I take the slimes over here... and then really quickly shift back and block them off. Yes, that's great. Okay. Now I've got some time to clear off these things. Slimes can't reach me unless I accidentally hit the switch like a bit of a dummy there. Although at least I actually got the goal of clearing off as many of these things as possible in the meantime. Now, of course, the problems with the pulsar loadout. I don't know where every switch in this run is going to be located. And I'm bound to accidentally hit some and it's going to screw me over. It's just going to happen. Like, there's almost no avoiding this. I unfortunately hit that Quicksilver into there, which is not good. Oh nice, they can drop hearts, even though they're respawning. Which is actually great. Had to do a bit of a risky maneuver there, unfortunately, but... almost as risky as having to walk through the fire trap, because it seemed like it didn't span the whole way, and it in fact doesn't, which is great. If it did, I would have taken a hit there and been lit on fire, which probably would have forced a remedy, seeing as fire just kills me. Okay, another bit of a risky maneuver there, but it all worked out. Please drop hearts? Yes, excellent. Okay. Okay, can we stop the Quicksilver? Yes, we can. I'm gonna invis here, just because I don't want a rocket in my face. Okay, that should be near the end of this. I think this may be the last thing. Please be the last thing. Excellent, yes, the spawners disappeared. The enemies are still here. I guess I should clear them out anyways for the hearts. Another remedy spawn, so I guess making a mistake that would have cost a remedy wouldn't have mattered as much as it might have otherwise, but it's okay. In this game, seeing as mistakes are usually weighted pretty heavily, it's better to just avoid them in the first place. And assume that you won't get the safety nets that drop. Okay, well, my memory is starting to come back a bit on this one. Which is good, because my memory is not good for a lot of other things. I don't know the exact enemy layouts, but I think I know what I'm doing. Well, oh yes, this is another very tricky one. There is a trap on the right and then missiles on the left. So there's a... oh, it's... or a Quicksilver, rather. I thought it was a turret that spawned over there, but no. It's actually much worse than a turret spawning. The Quicksilver seems to be on a respawn panel, so I'm not going to focus it too hard. I unfortunately got hit by a rocket because I wasn't paying attention to the pattern there. Paid attention that time, at least, so... not going to lose as much for it. And just killing off enemies one at a time seems like really just the best path I can take here. I am gonna kill off the Quicksilver. Just because. We'll get to see what its respawn time's like anyways. Ew, it's very short. Okay, that thing is back already. So that calls for invis 100%. I need to pill up. And I'm also gonna use this shock barrier and just do a little bit of damage while I can for free. Alright. Excellent. Bit of a risky thing again, because I wasn't keeping track of the spike times, and I got hit again, which means another pill is gonna be... okay, I managed to get the shield to knock that thing away, which is nice. I'm not sure if I have enough health to survive one more hit. I think I do after that. It's gonna be very close, actually. You take a bit of a... there's a bit of a buffer if you're at low health, where you won't get killed by something that normally would. And most people are familiar with this, but for those who aren't, it's helpful to exploit it, to not have to waste resources as often. Okay. Good, good, okay, turret spawns. Nice, we got good timing on the fire trap too, by complete accident. I didn't actually plan it out as I should have, to make the oiler spawn when the fire trap was off, but it worked out in the end. I suppose... this should be fine. Good. Okay, so this is definitely the part in the normal run where things would spawn down here, so I'm just gonna fire some shots off to explode things right away. Oh crap, I got hit by the AoE of that rocket. The rockets are pretty lenient here, actually, aren't they? As far as their pattern itself. That turret hit me, unfortunately. I'm just gonna pill because I don't want to... or remedy, rather, because I don't want to just randomly get hit while I'm shocked. And because you can't really see as far down in this game as you can up, so... areas like this are very dangerous. It's almost intentionally designed to screw with you based on the camera. Okay, the rockets end here, which is also a bit of a pain. Because it means that if I'm shielding too close, I'll just randomly get hit, even if I shouldn't. Also, I suppose I can just use vials for those, huh? Yes, good. Oh, those rockets still go, okay. Let's see, we'll evaluate the arena first, because I don't remember this. Obvious thing is that I'm going to need to hit the blue block there, which is going to require hitting the switch while these missiles go through. There's definitely going to be an oiler spawning here, probably a quicksilver here, because I don't know why there'd be a shock trap otherwise. Empty area here means enemies should spawn, and then there's probably something down here, because it's patterned differently. I'd assume a turret. So what I'm going to do is position the turret down left, if there actually is one. And then we'll work from there. So come down here, good. There's another one up here, but this one doesn't respawn, so we can just kill it off. Great. Just need to keep track of the switch and then start breaking those. Great, okay, so that'll free the enemies. And I should be able to deal with this oiler fine. I don't want to AoE the turret by accident. So I'll stand a bit farther back. There's a thing that should interrupt it, good. And now it's just a matter of swapping between the Supernova and the Permafroster, because that'll do the most to the gremlins, and it'll still hurt the slimes just fine. The Permafroster on its own would actually do more damage than Permafroster plus Supernova here, but this gives me more uptime on my knockback, which is really the one benefit to the Pulsar. I mean, I guess AoE's the other, but the biggest benefit is that you can control knockback. And controlling enemy positions in a game like Spiral Knights is huge. Managed to kill that rocket off, thankfully. That was one case where if I wasn't swapping between the two of them, it might not have actually interrupted the rocket at the right time, and then maybe I would have been hit. So, definitely paid off there. This should be dead just fine, excellent. And that's hopefully dead, not quite, okay. Oh my goodness, those leave a lot of oil when they die. It was definitely a good idea to position the turret there, that is helping us a lot. I do want to kill the oiler before it becomes too much trouble. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good at all. Okay, that could have been risky. I definitely want to kill the healer up as well. But there's a knight in the way, which is a little annoying. Knight should be almost dead at least. Healer didn't shield? Okay, maybe I accidentally broke its shield without realizing. Now it's just a matter of killing the Mecha Knight and then everything else should be easy. So that is good. Okay. We're basically done. As long as that's the last wave, I'd assume it is. I don't see why there'd be a 4-wave thing this early on, so... Yes, great. Okay, that went really well. The turret seems to not respawn anymore, so we'll just kill it off because... Awesome. And that is the end of floor 1. Going really well, actually. I'm quite happy with this one. Not quite full health, but pretty close, and for not having played this for about a year, I'm surprised how much I actually remember, because my memory has been really bad lately. Also, that is the best thing we could have gotten from the prize wheel there. So very lucky there. Now, of course, as mentioned earlier, the remedies are a pretty big deal in this run as well. I'm trying to conserve them, but if I get shocked in a huge group of enemies, yeah, I'm probably going to use a remedy. Better that than to get to the end of the run and still have 3 left or whatever. Swapping between the Polaris and the Supernova here just because I figure it might hit the Gremlin a bit. Didn't actually end up hitting it, but it's okay. It's the thought that counts. Oh, okay. And when in doubt, just swap between all 4, because I don't know what's actually down here. I mean, I've got an idea. Oh darn, that actually hit me. Thought I was in the clear there. Just do a bit of Supernova, because I know there was a mix. Over here it's just gremlins, I guess, though. Hit the switch, which is good. I can probably use the vial and then pick up the barrier. I'm going to. Yes, okay. Pretty sure there's boxes on the right, so I'll just block this off. Oh my gosh, okay. That's a little bit scary. Or a lot scary, really. Oh boy. Now, while stealth doesn't actually stop aggro from Oilers and Quicksilvers, just because they're coded to always have vision of you, it does make them interrupt their attacks. I don't know why. I don't know if that's actually consistent either. But, in that case it worked, in some other cases it's worked, and in other cases it just, like, doesn't seem to have. I don't know if there's a certain timing you need, or if it's just random. But I'd assume it's because these enemies are just coded really strangely. I think they're the only enemies in the game, actually, that always have vision of you. Even the Apocryphal Harvester you can stealth away from. Okay, I should kill all of these before I proceed. I should also probably evaluate it, because it seems like there's a bit more to it. So there's gated ones and then there's normal ones, so these are switches and then these are actually toggles. So you have to open up the toggles, so I can probably get 2 shots in on one. Okay. There we go, and probably able to hit that. Good. And, oh, can I hit the next one? Oh wait, whoops, that was the wrong thing. That was definitely the wrong thing. I suppose I need to wait for this. There we go. Good, good, and that should be done. Yes, okay. Okay, maybe all the prep wasn't necessary. I guess that one was kind of obvious after looking at it. Alright, probably enemies, yeah. Interrupt the turret is the big thing. I suppose Permafroster plus Supernova is better than just Permafroster here, huh? And in this case, probably just Supernova. The Supernova does the most out of all the pulsars if there is no elemental advantage. It might be the only weapon in the game that is done like this. But how the Supernova works, for those who don't know, is that the expanded shots of it deal more than any other pulsar line. But not the small shots. So if you're at a distance, the Supernova does more if you have no advantage, and otherwise they're equal. I don't know if this thing respawns. Oh crap, it respawns instantly. Wow. So we, oh, that's not good. Okay. Darn, that's in range. Okay, that's not good at all. Gonna have to lose aggro eventually. I think it's gone. Okay. As long as they're facing downwards and don't somehow start facing up again when I'm up there. Maybe I'll dash just in case. Also, wow, the allied shield looks kind of neat in the glitched mode. Okay. Oh, whoops. That didn't quite work out. Wait, there's no wall here. Oh, I'm just blind. Don't worry about it. Might as well get this thing for whatever reason. That is the wildfire. I meant to do the permafroster? Maybe I'm just losing my mind. Oh boy, I seem to remember this as one of the hardest arenas. I think it's the second hardest arena in the run. This one I remember fairly vividly. The first wave has 2 constructs and some gremlins. And each of those is counted as a separate wave of enemies, so I want to kill one of the constructs and then leave the other alive so I can kill all the gremlins. Oh, the constructs aren't... Okay, maybe I'm just remembering it wrong then. These guys are on respawner panels, so there's no reason to kill them anyways. Alrighty. Definitely remembering it wrong. Wow. I know it's been a while, but still. Darn, didn't quite get it. I would Masquerade, but I don't know if I'll need stealth or not now, because I apparently can't remember what it's like. Oh crap, I walked into the map head. Okay, this should break it, and then we can knock it away. Yes, good, okay. Oh crap, I got hit by that. That was my bad. Going to Remedy, I know it's my last one, but at the same time, don't want to get hit. I'm also going to pop a pill. Again, because I just don't know the place well enough. This is going to get hectic, isn't it? Okay, I think it's 2 more waves and then it'll knock back. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Next is to just crowd control everything. Suppose I can move on to the flame gremlins. Oh, there was another render, or was that a new wave? That's probably a new wave. Okay, you know what? I think I should invis just for the attack speed bonus. Walked into that thing, that was really bad on me. Shit that, thankfully. This thing should die to anything, so I can just use an elemental, yeah. Oh, okay, that's the end of it. That... Despite making some pretty stupid mistakes there, I guess that went okay. Is anything more valuable? Well, I guess poison and freeze are more valuable than the fires. It's because of Oilers. Okay, we need to interrupt that guy, and there we go. Guess we'll kill this guy, because why not? Okay. Wow, did those rockets just like materialize in the air? I don't think that's supposed to happen. I also seem to have just hit a little hidden box thing. That was also by accident. Okay, I dashed there just because I wasn't 100% sure if it would shoot off in time, and it seems like it did, so it was the right choice. I assume there's enemies spawning right here. Yes, there are. Okay. Pretty easy. Is that a rocket? Oh, that's the rocket turret from earlier, and it doesn't have a respawn panel. Let's just kill it. Revenge. Okay, well these ones didn't materialize, thankfully. Crap, that's bad, that's bad. Turret's not gonna die. Wow, that Owlite shield! Look at that, it took like no damage from that. I mean, I know it actually takes no damage from the gremlins' fires, but I was in the middle of a whole lot of shots there. I think I just happened to get tanks off when the gremlins used the fire shots. Because that did nothing to the shield. Okay, I'm not even gonna bother with that. There's just no reason to. What? Oh, no! That's not okay, I just like lagged up into a missile. Alrighty. Well, not a good place for that to happen if this is where I think it is. And it is, oh boy, okay. Well, we lost 40% of our health before even getting to start the hardest arena of the run. There are 4 spawners, I think, instead of 3. Pretty sure it's 4. And obviously the same missile alternating thing. I think clearing off either side clears off 2 spawners. I don't think it matters which side you clear first. So, okay, it started left, that's my bad. Gotta hit this so that the left side hits. Good, okay, hit it again. Oh crap. With the pulsars in particular, this is gonna be pretty tough. Like, this is already the hardest arena, but having to alternate and try not to AoE them with the pulsars is just... that's another thing entirely. Did I get that in time? Yes, I did. Okay, great. Got that one for sure, but... oh my goodness, it's a rock slide. Crap, I hit that twice. I can get it in time, though. Yes, good. Got that? Yes, okay, good, 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 good. Is that a second rock slime? Oh my goodness, it is. Got that? Good, good. Okay, that should be fine, yes. Hit that again. Good, okay. That's gonna hit it by accident. Crap, I have to hit it again, and then alternate it. Good. Very good, actually. I'm gonna miss that cycle, aren't I? That's okay, though. Oh, I hit it again by accident. Shoot. Gonna have to hit that once more, then. Crap, hit it too early. Well, I'm definitely losing my touch now that the enemies are a bit closer. Okay, that part went well. Nice, nice. If I play this right... Crap, I didn't. Okay. Maybe I should just focus on the one side now that the enemies are so close. Okay, that seems to have... Yeah. Okay, excellent. That side is now clear, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. In fact, it might even make sense to just kill off the enemies, because these gremlins spawn below as well. If I can happen to hit the switches at the right time, I will. If not, I'm not going to worry too much about it. Like there I missed a cycle, but that's okay. Within reason. I think this Mechanite doesn't respawn as well. Darn, I didn't quite get that one in time. Could have had the cycle too. Got that one? Yes, good. Okay. We're almost done. Good, good. Just need to keep this turret down and then I can finish it for good. Alright, rock slime. Wait. It's not okay. I'm so sorry to trap you in the wall like that. Just terrible hospitality on my part. We're just gonna let those two rock slimes live. Here, I'll even free you. Enjoy. And we get to say hello to boxes, which is always nice. Okay. Now as for the boss itself, I don't remember anything about the boss. Like, nothing other than normal Roarmulus twin stuff. So, if there's any surprise twists, well, they'll actually be a surprise again. I'm also not sure how difficult it'll be. I'd imagine pretty difficult. Because that last room is basically a mini version of the boss. It's the same concepts. We're gonna find out one way or another. I also have to make sure to hit that healing panel. And get some water for that matter, oh my gosh. It looks the same. I don't see any differences in the switches, so I'm going to assume that the patterns are the exact same. Because I don't remember anything special about this one. Oh, actually, I do remember there was a mender at one point. That would be kind of annoying. I don't even know how a mender would work in RT. Okay, that should be an easy hit. Yes, good, good. Might as well clear out the swarm seed while I'm here. Great. Didn't get middle, unfortunately. What I'm hoping for is for this one to come over here and then just do its thing. If it doesn't, well, that's just unfortunate. Okay, well, we're playing the waiting game then. I also don't know how RT aggro works. I haven't played enough of it to know, so I assume it's just randomized. Wow, that's unfortunate. Really? It's still not in the middle? Okay. I don't even think there's a faster way to do this. I'm pretty sure you just outright have to wait for it. We're gonna bring the missiles over for no reason whatsoever. Excellent. Great how I managed to block some of the missiles, which is a big no-no probably. But it's still gonna get a hit, so it doesn't even matter. Just gotta shoot it enough while avoiding the enemies. Hopefully that enemy doesn't eat those missiles, but I just lagged so hard. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, other than a whole lot of lag. Will it actually hit? It might. Oh, nice. I should have hit the switch so that its missiles would hit the other side, but right now I'm more worried about the mender. I don't want that mender to do anything. Great. That's also a lot of enemies. Go up? No, it didn't. Unfortunate. Darn, that enemy ate the missile too. I don't think it'll make it in time. Yeah, it didn't. Crap, that does fire. Wow. That's gonna do a ton of damage considering I'm using Black Cat. Holy crap. Let's just use the other health pill now. That's really why wouldn't I? Okay, fortunately this one is middle. So that's generally a lot easier to make it work. Gonna block the spawn there. The middle's pretty much guaranteed to hit, which is really nice. Did I get that in time? Yes, please go up. Oh, I went left. Okay. Am I gonna get that in time? I don't think so. Unless it actually stays bottom. Oh, it did. Nice. Is that the end? Yes, it is. Great. Okay. I mean, the mender never became a problem, but that's just because there happened to be a ton of hurt scuttlebots. Maybe it would have added a phase. I'm not really sure. It's probably like Snarlax, where you just have to repeat a phase. And much like in the Jelly King one, there are crowns behind each of these minerals, which is kind of a neat little thing. But yes, that's the boss. Now all that's left is Unknown Passage. I'm amazed that I haven't died using the pulsar loadout. But there's been some, well, maybe not the closest calls, but they've been close to a close call, which is good enough. Keep the drama going, or whatever. Honestly, the run itself is pretty interesting, and now that I have a computer that won't lag when I record, it's... wow. It's a noticeable difference. On the old computer I used to use, it was, quite the pain. Actually, there were some lag spikes in this run still, weren't there? They can't even be attributed to my computer anymore. I guess it's just the way the run itself works. It just explodes. Because I don't think there's any, like, possible additions I could really make to this setup that would make it run smoother. I've modified the files and everything, so... oh crap, I thought my shield was up still. Apparently took it down a little bit too early. Swap to the supernova in case the Wolver comes by, because it's not too much for loss and damage, otherwise it's like barely anything, yeah. I suppose Permafrost covers the Wolver, but it doesn't cover the Slags, so. Also, I'm not going to gimp this by sprite switching, even though you can keep refreshing your sprite ability infinitely in the Unknown Passage. We're just going to play it through, and enjoy the pulsar loadout, because this is not something you experience too often. For good reason, of course, the loadout's actually terrible, but, you know, we'll make do what we have. Or with what we have, rather. Maybe my brain is just decomposing over time. I'm pretty sure I'm losing the ability to speak English. Especially when it comes to recording these videos. It could just be because my attention's split between things, but I think it's more likely that my brain is being decomposed. Although I guess that happens naturally anyways to an extent, but you know what I mean. Nice, we got a pretty good confirmation here. Very good, actually. Wow. That was like a super fast setup. Each of these little areas is randomized. So basically there's 4 or 5 forks on either side. And there's a chance that a fork will be completely blocked off, and you'll have to go a different way. And I didn't get a single block off, which is very rare actually. I'd say about 1 in 4 or 1 in 3 forks will be completely blocked off. So, relative to how many times you will do the unknown passage, it's a nice treat. How much time does it save? Well, if we were doing the speedrun, I'd say it shaves off a solid 5 seconds. It's definitely not the speedrun, seeing as I'm running the pulsar loadout, but, you know, we don't talk about that. Going to have to stealth there. I would have definitely been hit otherwise. Swapping between the Polaris and the Supernova, of course, because there is the Gremlin. And just managed to dodge that, okay. Slime is priority number 1 because you can't predict their attacks. It's actually randomized. Everything else is not RNG. So if you don't kill off the slimes, you introduce an element of randomness, and otherwise you can predict everything, provided that you're decent enough. Unfortunately there I got hit by the slime, but I should have seen it coming. There was a very high chance that it would have hit me with the position I was in. That one, yeah, okay, good. I actually had my guard down. If I'd gotten unlucky, I would have gotten hit by the slime there, and then would have had to pop the pill. I suppose there's no downside to popping the pill anyways, considering there's not that many hearts around. Maybe I will. We can't have any embarrassing last-minute deaths on this run. Not after we got through the hard part already. Okay. Bit of a close call. I don't know if the dash was necessary. I actually think it was, but it's hard to judge on that one. What? I'm certain I was shielding there. Oh well. At least we're almost done. Just 4 more enemies to go, I believe. If I've been counting properly. So there should be 1 more. Yes, okay, great. And that's the run! Red Roarmulus Twins done! That has been the 2nd most requested thing. The most requested is Lockdown. I still don't really plan on recording Lockdown because I don't know, I find it a bit boring and the community is terrible. And the Spiral Knights community is one of the things that I really like about the game. So to have a bad community in Lockdown in particular means to me that I should probably just avoid it. See, there's the Echo Stone there. I'm not going to bother with that because you can just look it up if you're interested. But yes, we can finally check out the loot. I can't believe that worked as well as it did, though. It probably shouldn't have. The pulsars have no right to be even close to functional there, especially since I have a shock one and a fire one, when there's enemies that benefit from shock and fire. I don't know, the whole thing was just horrible. But there we are, 42 Radiance is pretty decent for there, I believe. The Gremlonium is generally the most expensive material. It's either Gremlonium or Nightmare Mane, but more often Gremlonium. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. As always, if there's suggestions for more videos that aren't locked down, just let me know and I'll see what I can do. But until then, take care.